Here we go. Yeah, congratulations. A bit feisty at the end.
Yeah, we're throwing some unnecessary elbows, I think, at the end there. I'm not sure why we went so far wide here, but it's 1500 metre racing. Sometimes these things happen, and Elliot was quick to apologise for going so far wide, but these things happen. It's water under the bridge, really.
What did you say to Elliot? He's been very down talking to us about the whole situation.
Yeah, he was a bit embarrassed about the whole thing. I don't think he realised he went so far wide, and I just told him not to worry about it. Like, these things happen, he made a mistake, and the fact that he apologised is okay with me. Like, I'll not tell you what I said to him right at the line because it was heat of the moment stuff, and we don't need to repeat that, but you can guess the kind of words that came out.
The job done.
Yeah.
And a bit of pressure on you and Elliot, I guess, is the favourites going in today with no Jake and no George here. It's kind of like felt like it could have been 3 from 4 of you, but today you really needed to get the job done.
Yeah, it's a bit of pressure, obviously, to make sure I tick that box. I mean, there's kind of only 2 automatic places. You have to assume that Jake will get the benefit of the doubt, assuming he gets back healthy, and I hope he does as soon as possible. So yeah, there's a bit of pressure in making sure I'm that top 2 and not leaving it in any kind of selector discretion, which I've been trying never to do again since about 2018. I don't want to be in the wrong side of that ever again. So yeah, I'm glad that I sort of take care of that in an automatic kind of manner today.
Well, that's the discussion though, isn't it? Who gets the discretionary pace out of Jake and George? And you're pretty confident it will be Jake.
Yeah, pretty confident it will be Jake, just kind of based on what he's done in the past. I'm not sure if George wants the spot in the 15. I can't speak to that. I'd be surprised if Jake didn't go, just based on form this year. But it's not up to me. Like, I don't make these kind of decisions, and I'll just keep my head down and show up at Tokyo. But George is probably focused on the 5K. I'm not really sure. I haven't spoken to him on it, but he's really well placed to win a medal in that event. I don't know if he wants to do the 15 as well. We spoke very briefly in Nanjing in an airport departure lounge. We're talking about the fact that you were negotiating a sort of tricky season this year because you just had a terrific indoor season, and then you were going straight to Grand Slam track, I think, but kind of a couple of weeks later. Yeah. And then you had to sort of put things on hold for a bit. You weren't really sure how it was all going to work out. How have you found this sort of extended season and all the challenges that come with it? Yeah, it's been fine. The whole plan after that was to do that Grand Slam meet and then just take a total rest after that, just because the season was so long. So I've kind of, it's been a late start to the training this year, kind of pushed everything back a little bit, with the idea being that I was peaking at that point in March for the World Indoors, and then peaking again for September for the World Outdoor Champs. So having 2 peaks this year, and having to be patient when maybe things weren't going quite the way I wanted it early season, and having to trust that it will get better and the form will come around, which I really have hated so far, because it's just, doing things in training that I know I'm just a little bit behind competitively right now. But hopefully in September you'll see that the people that are having the best races in May maybe aren't where they want to be in September.
Yeah, so what is the plan then over the next 6 weeks? How much do you balance training with a bit more racing?
Hoping to maybe race at least one more time, because I'd like to put myself in another sub 3:30 race. I just haven't quite executed that kind of hard race yet, but hoping to do that between now and then, and if I get into maybe Silesia, that would be ideal, that Diamond League there, and if not, just train now until Tokyo, and the form will come around regardless of whether I race or not. Just naturally the training will kind of dictate that.
Yeah, I know you've probably been asked this question about 10 times across this line, but the US trials last night, and no Yaron, no Goose, no Hobbs Kessler. How do you look at that? It's just so competitive.
Yeah, I mean, going into that last night, I kind of figured that someone world class was going to miss out. It's just the nature of it. And I don't envy being in that situation right now, with how difficult that US trials is. It's really, really tough. And it's changed a lot in the last 4 or 5 years, because 4 years ago, it just wasn't the same. It felt like a much easier team to make than the British team did. And now, quiet. I just, like I said, not envious of having to be in that position and make that team. And I feel for Yared and Hobbs. Those are both really hard-working guys that, could win a medal at this World Champs this year, but they won't be on that plane, and they won't be in that environment, and yeah, I feel for them, but that's just the nature of the event right now.
Yeah, just finally then 2 world medals this year. Well, that'd be good, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it would be. That's the goal. I need to seriously race better than I have up until this point in the season, but it is coming around, and what I did indoors was have my best season, when it did count in that World Indoors, and yeah, with now 6 weeks to play with, it's still quite a long time until World Champs, so yeah, looking to use that wisely and have my best race in the 6 weeks time.
Best of luck.
Thank you.